All the guys want, I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather. I was trying to fight every fighter. I sacrificed a lot
Productions
to get to where I got to.
What do you bring to the table?
Let's get this on. Let's do it.
Well, it's like this. Wait.
All right, that's it. Hold on. Bernard, everybody calm down.
Man, you know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I sacrificed a lot.
BoxingVoice.com
to get to where I got to.
BoxingVoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. We're back with another spontaneous one as Floyd Mayweather is finally talking that talk that we want to hear. And he's saying that Tank Davis versus Tevin Farmer is pay-per-view worthy. So this is what we want to talk about. I mean, you guys wanted this fight. Are you prepared to pay for it? Or is Floyd Mayweather just testing the waters? Or could this truly be a possibility for Tank Davis and Tevin Farmer to meet up in the future on pay-per-view? If so, would you buy it? You know the number to call in and give us your opinion on this topic. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. And don't forget, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype anywhere that iPhones or smartphones, Androids are used. And you can download that app on the iPhone market or the Android app share market. And while you're there, download the free Patreon app so you can catch us today for an episode of Untitled only on patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. Let me jump on out to my co-host in Indiana.
Productions.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I slap him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. He stayed out before he said he was not.
A man stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, welcome back everybody out there in the TBV universe, back with another one. And yes, Floyd Mayweather seems to think that Tank Davis and Tevin Farmer could possibly be a pay-per-view bout. I got some things to say, some issues with that. I mean, some things that may need to work on before making that step for Tank and Tevin. But it's still a damn good fight and fight that I want to see, and we will break it down and talk more about it. What's going on, Ness?
What up? I mean, I guess the biggest answer is, since it's a fight you want to see, are you willing to pay for it? Because it looks like Mayweather's testing the waters or dead serious about putting Tank on pay-per-view. Now, this isn't the first that we've heard of the young Davis becoming a pay-per-view star or said to be a pay-per-view star. Do you think Floyd Mayweather Promotions are finally taking that step?
Honestly, looking at the landscape right now, Tank is a popular guy. We see it from a lot of the big name celebrities come to the fight. Some of them are in his locker room. I want to see how the numbers were this week. I did see a big crowd in the venue, about 14,000, and it looked good. But I think there's a little bit more to be done before we classify Tank or put him on pay-per-view. We got to let him open up a little bit more. We got to see him in a fight where it goes more than 1 or 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, maybe not, because you can build off the back of him just getting knockouts. But I think the public needs to see him a little bit longer before we make that jump to pay-per-view. And he has to get more engaging and outgoing when he starts to do these interviews and like these behind-the-scene kind of things.
Now, his social media has increased tremendously. Yesterday, I checked and it was at 1.7. I remember we were doing shows that he was behind Ryan Garcia at around 850-something thousand. Now, obviously, I don't know the exact date which we had that show, but it definitely doesn't feel like 6 or 8 months ago. I feel like he's gained, 900 to 1 million subscribers in a very short amount of time. Does that come into play? Because you're saying the people need to see him a little bit more. Are they looking at these metrics and keep seeing his Instagram profile raise? Because think about it. Wilder wasn't even at 1 million. And it took the Wilder Fury to take him above 1 million. Now he's almost at 2, right? I'm going to double check that. But I want to believe Wilder's at 1.7 now too, which is something that Gervonta's at, and he's not a heavyweight. He's half of Wilder's weight.
Honestly, I don't know how IG and all that shit translate over to him on the pay-per-view model, but if he had those same followers when he followed when he followed Hugo Ruiz, maybe a little bit less, but I think he still was over 1 million. Those numbers didn't really translate to Showtime, and that's not a free, but it's not pay-per-view. It's not $75 out of your pocket. It's about $7.99 a month. So if you can't get those people, and I'm not trying to bash or hate or anything like that, if you can't get those people to like tune in on Showtime, what makes you think you can get those people to tune in when it's 10 times more?
Well, aren't you the one to say on an earlier show today that it's about dance partner? And Hugo Ruiz or Nunez, Ricardo, they're just not Tevin Farmer. They don't have the history that Tevin Farmer has with Gervonta. They're not going to be able to pull up Instagram videos of these two meeting, YouTube videos of these two colliding in person, face to face. Does any of that take it over the top?
When I say this, and I mean this with all due respect, Tevin Farmer is a good fighter, damn good fighter. But at the end of the day, it looks like he's like the chief support kind of fighter. He's fighting on everybody undercard. He's the co-main event. I know he had a event in Philly where he was
very
a headline.
Successful event. Till this day, Eddie still talks of that Philly event like none other before.
Yeah. That was one of his best events, but I think far as action on the card, I like Tevin, but I don't know how many people really know about.
No. I know I'm interrupting you, but you said as far as action on the card, that was actually the best event in terms of tickets sold as well.
Really?
That Philly event. Yeah, it was popping. They did well. I'm gonna Google the ticket sales, but I remember interviewing Eddie, and he was very happy. That was one of their best shows, or best show till date.
Yeah, I thought that Devin Haney show maybe did a little bit better. I could be wrong, but yeah, man, I think Tevin's a good fighter, but he's just not. I don't know how many people have seen him fight on the zone to be one. I don't know how many people have seen him fight anyone, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I know when Tevin really started to get his stride, he was on HBO, got robbed from the Japanese guy. Then me and Ness watched him fight down in Australia at some crazy time in the morning. And then when he got with Eddie, he started getting consistency and started being on a lot of fight cards. But I know it says dance people matter and things like that, but I don't know how big of a dance partner Tevin Farmer is. Maybe they could possibly, you know what I'm saying, build a promotion with these guys, and both guys take a interim fight, then go to the fight, you know what I'm saying, and maybe like draw momentum that way. But right now, I know Floyd Mayweather wants it to be a pay-per-view fight. I just don't know how successful it would be if they made it one.
So I got an article pulled up here, but you got to skim through to see those numbers, and I'm trying to find it here. It's a Ring TV article. Let's see if they put it in. What happened in the Philadelphia Liacouras Center, right? And
bro, don't get me wrong. I just know Gabriel Rosado was on that card. Mm-hmm. Tevin was on that card. Selecki.
This article had no numbers.
Taylor might have been on that card too, if I'm not mistaken.
And it was a packed card, but I don't know. I think because Farmer is from the area, they could bring it back to Baltimore. DMV isn't far from Philly, maybe an hour away, 2 hours at the most. Okay, so I got the attendance was announced at 5,246. Not bad. Honestly speaking, Tim Bradley was doing 2,000. Daniel Jacobs, who's more established than Tevin Farmer, did like 6,000 in New York City at Nassau. So 5,000 for Farmer, a lightweight, that isn't bad. And then again, no one knew Jonah Carr. So these two, you got Gervonta doing like 15,000 with Ricardo Nunez that no one knew. This guy doing 5,000, 5,500 with Jonah Carl, no one knew.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do think if they fight, the venue will be sold out. That's no doubt about it. I do think because of Gervonta's success with people traveling to New York, with his recent success in Baltimore over the weekend, 14,000. I do think the Barclays Center, which probably would be if PPC's doing it, I think, yeah, they can put at least 15,000, 16,000 in there for real.
I mean, if I was Gervonta, I won't go to the Barclays Center. I mean, if you already did, what'd he do, 15,000 in his hometown? I'm sure they could scale it up. And what are you really going to do? You're going to go all the way to Brooklyn in hopes of getting another 2,000? There hasn't been a fighter that has done more than 14. Oh, actually, Danny
did like 16,
right? Yeah. I think Thurman Danny did 16. I could be wrong, but I want to believe I'm right.
I think with those two guys being from that area.
But those are welterweights, though, man. Welterweights, that luxurious division.
I just think, man, those guys be from Philly, one guy from Baltimore. They going to have the people come up to New York, plus all the New York fans that are already there. I think you can expect about 14 to 16,000 in that arena.
So, I don't know, what fight was it where he said, what, the Pedraza fight? Tank said that, he was broke going into that fight?
Yeah, so he had to take a bus.
Not anymore. No more buses. He got the Lamborghini truck, if I ain't mistaken, right? This is a Lamborghini truck?
Don't give me the line. I don't.
Man, this thing look good.
I don't know how much.
Oh, you know what? You know what? This ain't no Lamborghini truck. I could tell by the rear lights and the front nose, this is a Bentley truck, bro. This is a Bentley truck. Now, I was scratching my head because I was about to underestimate the young Tank. And I'm like, oh, he's stunting. He rented this in Vegas. But I'm like, oops, you wrong, Ness. This a hometown fight. Homeboy got this in his garage somewhere. Bentley truck, serious. I'm telling you. I hope you're watching the screen shit because, look. This is what they fight for, and this is what we watch them for. Like, I'm not watching them for no reason other than to live my life vicariously through them, okay?
Absolutely
and
right.
I'll never get a Bentley truck, but guess what? Me and Gervonta.
Nigga, somebody gonna come in there. Hey, not get your donuts.
No. But I'm telling you, bro. Like, I'm never paying the payment for that.
Yeah, you're right.
First of all, I'm never buying it cash. I'm never dropping and I'm never paying the monthly payment. Like, he walking around with, that's a mortgage payment.
That's a motherfucking. That's about 2 houses right there.
That's a mortgage payment, minimum 3,000 square feet, 4,000 square feet. You know,
what you think a payment like they run like 3,000-4,000 a month?
I mean, it has to. $120,000 Range Rover will go from $1,200 to $1,400 a month. So I'm sure this like a $300, $400, $500 car, maybe $600,000. It's a truck. You know what I mean? It gotta be at least. I mean, I could Google it, but damn, this a whole check. I bet you it's almost a whole check though. But I'm a unscreen shit. Too late.
Can't be a whole check, my nigga.
I bet you this is almost a whole check.
We getting paid millions of dollars. You think
I hear you. Well, you don't millions with that S at the end. I don't know. We don't know about all that. We don't know about all that.
I thought we know that.
I mean, did we see something?
I mean, I thought we get a first 6 second check, right?
Look. Don't give me the line, but what you could do is
look up his purse.
Look up his purse, and I'll look up.
Ooh, that motherfucker nasty. I just turned my computer on. That black. Ooh.
I'm telling you.
Ooh, Tank.
That shit stylish too.
That shit is nigga. That shit is like legendary, like a Batmobile in that bitch or something. Let me see how much the young brother got paid.
You hear all these rappers talking about that, man. So, it's hard for them Bentley truck. What is it called? A Balenciaga? Yeah, Bentiaga. So, a YouTube video says 20-year-old takes delivery of 220,000 Bentley truck. How much is a Bentley truck? V8 costs over 200, even with the starting price at 160. So, you already know. If he want all the extras, bells and whistles, he probably walking out of there 210, 220. for the Bentley truck. That's not bad. I thought it was a little more. That thing looks like it's worth a little more. It looks real sexy. I'm telling you, it looks real good. Shout out to Tank, living his best life. And I'm pretty sure that next check is going to be crazy if he takes this Tevin Farmer fight. Because what's bigger for you as a fight fan? Obviously, we've heard Mahrez. We've heard Leo Santa Cruz. We heard Gary Russell call him out. And Gamboa, Tevin Farmer. Those are what, 5 options? Gamboa, Farmer, Mahrez, Santa Cruz. I'm missing one, right? Gamboa,
Russell, Mahrez, Santa Cruz, and Tevin Farmer.
All right, those are 5. Damn, the boy got options. A-side status.
Honestly, when you ask me what's the biggest fight or what's
out
better,
of those 5, which one is the one that's like, yo, this the one Floyd need to be thinking about pay-per-view, not Tevin Farmer?
Leo Santa Cruz.
Really?
It's the Mexican
but you
background.
Gotta think, I know, I get the Mexican demographic, but again, are we going to think the Mexicans are dumb enough to think that Leo Santa Cruz is going to move? Like, he's going to be another Mikey? We going to fall for that shit again?
Hey, they thought Mikey could be Earl. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's my thing. Now they
Mikey could be Earl Spence going up 14 pounds. Leo Santa Cruz, 126, going up 4 pounds. You don't think that people are out there that don't think Tank will lose
with
him?
the way that Tank is punching.
That's why you ain't got to tell me, my nigga.
I know, and I'm just saying, I don't think that
That
Mexicans are
motherfucker
going to
hit.
fall for that shit again. I just don't think. Listen, first of all, Mikey and Leo ain't the same. I love Leo. He's a good guy, real good guy. I remember the story with his brother. Like, he's a great guy. But he ain't Gervonta. He ain't punching like that. And he can't be compared to Mikey. He can't be compared to Mikey. I just don't know, man. Out of those 5 fights, I would say I would agree with you first and foremost. I would agree with you that either one of the Mexicans is probably going to be the bigger fight.
And that's no disrespect towards Tevin. Like, if Tevin had a more exciting style, I would say that he would be a better fight. But let's not get it twisted. Like, Tank Davis is a counterpuncher. I mean, he is aggressive when he has to be, but 2 counterpunches in a ring with Tevin and Tank, it's going the action may be far and few in between. You know what I'm saying? And some of the big punches from Tank might just.
I don't know, man. As I was thinking about this show and wanting to do it, I'm thinking to myself, this could be a very good fight. Eddie Hearn just put out a tweet, and he's like, fuck, this is really the Matrix or some shit like that. I'm paraphrasing, but he's talking about Farmer, and he had an instant replay of Farmer evading so many of Francois' punches or Francois, whatever whatever the French guy's name was that Tevin fought yesterday. And I don't know. I mean, isn't that the sell? That can Tank, who's a puncher, can he beat the boxer? Like, he hasn't been in there with a boxer. Like, I mean, who the fuck has he been in there with outside of Pedraza? So, I don't know. I think you can sell that fight, right? I mean, they're going to play up the whole Purnell shit for Farmer.
Well, it's just like, nigga, who Tevin been in there when since he got with the zone, nigga, like.
No, listen, Gervonta's biggest win is bigger than Tevin's biggest win. Tevin's biggest win is Billy Dibb still. It's just the truth, It ain't nothing out there really bigger than that for him. Like, these dudes he's fighting, they just ain't the one. And that's who he need. He need the one. But being Gervonta, and his nickname is the one, like, he got them options. So I never got around to saying that while I think Mahrez, Leo Santa Cruz is probably the bigger fight, because I don't want to underestimate the Mexican demographic again like I did with Mikey, I think that Gary Russell's the better fight. He's more established. There'll be that fear factor. The media's going to be writing like that, like, wow, Tank taking a step up. Gary Russell been established in his division. The whole Machenko comparison will be there, which is what they want at the end of the day, because they're already linking Tank with Lomachenko. Now you fight that common opponent, established common opponent. You separate yourself. Listen, you already got the Pedraza win over Farmer and everyone else in your division, but if you go and you beat now Gary, I mean, I'm liking it. And let's be real. If you
Let's pump the brakes on real
no,
quick.
hold on, because if you
said
tank,
opponent, though.
if you tank, why not Farmer? It's the same shit like Leo moving up. I mean, why not Russell? Russell's a 126. He's not 130. He's moving up too. He gotta come see Tank up there.
But we already got a coming opponent though. We got Pedraza.
Yeah, but you keep doing that. Think about it. You know how many common opponents does Canelo have with Mayweather and Canelo have with Gennady and so on?
Common opponents with everybody. I think he got one with Tevin, one with Lomachenko. Like a lot of guys that Tank beat, they end up going the distance with guys, or they end up going.
Pedraza beat Farmer early in his career. When it was 10-0, he knocked out Farmer.
So I mean, Tank already has a lot of common opponents with these people. I just think that.
Yeah, but I don't know, Mike. I was on the internet yesterday, and people want him to step up. There's like skits on it. I'm gonna try and find you the link, but there was a skit on like it's time for him to step up. Not only that, a headline. It's like Jose Ramirez stepped up. Gervonta, is your turn. Like.
I was thinking about that, but I'm gonna put you out to something that me and our
even though those headlines are wrong, because Gervonta been stepped up. Our
former host, me and Mario, did a show actually about Gervonta Davis and Floyd Mayweather, his comments, and he said, and I'm gonna reiterate, he said if you guys want to blame somebody about Tank inactivity or the people who's fighting, blame me or blame Leonard Ellerby. We are his matchmakers. We are the ones that matches fight. And I know it's
but that ain't what we do, because we blame Bob and Crawford. So fuck what Floyd talking about.
I'm just saying what Floyd said. I'm just going at Floyd trying to protect
just deflecting. He just trying to protect his fighter. He deflecting.
Exactly. And that's a good thing. I mean, that's not a bad thing. But at the end of the day, sometimes as a fighter, you got to let it be known the guys that you want so you can get those big fights. And he let it be known after the fight he wanted Tevin Farmer straight up.
Let me tell you something. We could Google Canelo's name and multiple quotes will come out where Alvarez wants somebody, and I'll give you an example. Alvarez wants Trout. Golden Boy's like, no, but he still fought Trout. Alvarez wants Laura. Golden Boy's like, nah, but he still fought Laura. Alvarez wants Mayweather catchweight. Golden Boy's like, nah, but he still fought. And all I'm trying to say, and we talking Canelo. We talking Canelo Kovalev, same thing. He decides what he wants to do. The fighter has to take control. You know, Floyd could lie and hope that the mindless sheep fall for it, and we do blame Floyd, but I'm not blaming Floyd alone, because Floyd works for Gervonta, you know? And maybe Gervonta doesn't want to ruffle the feathers just yet. Maybe he don't want to ruffle him just yet. Maybe he want to wait till Floyd do everything he say he gonna do before he take control. Maybe he waiting till Floyd get him that first pay-per-view before he take control. But I got 5 options, man, and Gamboa ain't the best.
Gamboa should be the last, honestly. And I know we said Gervonta Floyd works for Gervonta, but I think it's the other way around. I know we had an argument about that, but that's just my humble opinion. And we heard Gervonta say previously that they try to set me up, but they put me there with Pedraza, you know what I'm saying, a fight that I wasn't supposed to win, you know what I'm saying. We heard that in the past too, so it's not like
I mean, that was an old Gervonta, man. You seen that his coach Calvin Ford was speaking about the maturity, and everybody that spoke on him this fight week spoke of that maturity. Even our own very own Daniel Alvarez did an interview with him where he's speaking about, you know, training and how his daughter changed him and how he's just more focused. You know, like, look, bruh, 20-something years old with Bentley truck money, you bound to get into some shit. You know what I'm saying? But 20-something year old and you start to realize you got Bentley truck money, you bound to go to new heights.
Just to bring it back full circle, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I can see what Mayweather promotions are trying to do, but I think right now Gervonta is just not on that level of a pay-per-view. And I know sometimes, like Floyd said during the interviews, you got to take a risk. You know what I'm saying? You got to roll the dice. You got to see what you got. that's fine and dandy, but I just think that they gotta let the public see him open up a little bit more. Let them see his personality. Let them see certain things where they can where they can be drawn in and really like kind of accept him as their own. And then you start marketing towards that Tevin Foreman fight. You get with Dazn and you guys do a little cross promotion for the fight and have them running highlights of Gervonta and vice versa for Showtime. Run highlights of Tevin and really build that fight up. So when we get it, it's worth it to both fighters if you guys are going to put it on pay-per-view.
So you don't believe that it's next? Because Mayweather's talking next. Like this fight is pay-per-view
next. That's your question?
Yeah, do you believe that Mayweather goes forward with it? Like, he said this fight, he said Tevin Farmer, Gervonta Davis is pay-per-view as long as Farmer accepts it. So they obviously going to send him a deal or an offer.
If they go pay-per-view next, I think it's a mistake, but at the end of the day, I mean, you got to accept it. I mean, if that's what they want to do, they probably got better guys in their analytic department than me. You know what I'm saying? But just going off the feel of it, I don't think it's because Tevin got booed, man. I mean, that's the crowd down in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they used to action fights. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it wasn't nothing that Tevin did, but he actually got booed and he won like a clear decision. Like it wasn't like a robbery or anything like that. Like he won clearly, but they just wasn't excited for him fighting.
Now, for this to be pay-per-view, Tank is going to have to leave the zone for one fight.
Tevin.
Tevin's going to have to leave the zone for one fight.
That's not an issue because his contract could already be up, right?
Exactly. That's what my second part was going to say. Or it's up because he's had about 4 fights already. He's had about 4 fights.
He had about 16 fights over there on the zone because he been busy over there, bro. No line.
What they said, 5 fights in 51 months. Dazn and Eddie will find headlines for your ass, boy. 600 days and he ain't get a title shot. 51 weeks, 5 defenses. It's like, damn, they know how to make that shit sound good.
They had Maurice Hooker, the nigga sounding like he was going, you know what I'm saying, do the thing on the zone.
Yeah, man.
All this money for Ramirez to come over here and shit. So the zone is invested in boxing, man. And I just want people to realize that, man, he ain't got to be, we hate Eddie and so we hate the zone. The zone and Eddie, you know what I'm saying, just got a business partnership. That's all. The zone got a partnership with Golden Boy, World Boxing Super Series. They tend to put on good cards. Like, I mean, I've been happy with the fights that I got from the zone this year.
I mean,
like,
not extremely happy. Some of them have been some straight duds, like duds.
Bro, you cut that with everybody. Shit, the what's my guy's name from Toledo?
Rashid Warren.
Robert Easter. That card, right?
But he fought, okay. But he fought. But the main event was still Robert Easter, Rancis Bartholomew. Those are high-level fighters.
Atrocious main event.
Still 2 high-level fighters. One former. They both former champs, bro.
They both former champions, but they.
Come on, man. Listen. Let's not even do that, bro. We know, you and I both know that Eddie Hearn introduces more. Not only Eddie Hearn, UK period. They introduce dudes we never heard of. We can't pronounce weekly. And they be faking it too. It be like dudes be looking tough as hell.
Damn
tough
right.
as hell with tattoos and everything, getting their ass beat. No names, straight no bodies.
It ain't gonna change, nigga, how I feel about
listen to me. Bagdon Dinu is a creation of Dazn. No way, Jose. Bro.
A nigga Bagdon Dinu, nigga done been on a PBC and Top Rank. What you mean?
He was a creation of Dazn. Where he went after.
He fought on PBC first, then fought Big Baby on Dazn.
No. I'm about to Google that.
Okay.
No, sir. I thought he was undefeated when he fought Big Baby, no?
Undefeated from who?
I'm about to check.
He from like he like a cop or some shit. But yeah, man, I just think, bro, look here, we get bad cards all the time here. I can go down a list of promotions that have had lackluster cards that I wasn't really intrigued.
Bro, I told you. Bagdon Dinner was undefeated when he fought Big Baby, man. Get your ass out of here.
lose to somebody on PBC?
How the fuck you gonna be on PBC and win and then go fight Dazn? No, sir. If he would have
I-
won on PBC, he'd have been trapped, just like Bob trapped you.
He beat somebody over on PBC. Then.
No, matter of fact, screen share. 2 losses back to back. Big Baby Pulev. Ow!
Yeah, man. Bondan.
So that's all I'm saying. They do this consistently. They introduce dudes we never. And I'm not mad anymore. I mean, look, 5-6 years ago, I used to get upset. But now, it's accessible, so I can watch it. I don't mind watching Sebastian Formella. It's all right. It's all right.
You watch Sebastian because he's fighting Thulani.
Exactly, but now moving forward, don't you get? That's exactly what I'm saying. Just like back on Dinu, I never heard of him, but I didn't mind watching him fight Big Baby because I know Big Baby. So then, guess what? He lost to Big Baby. I watched him lose to Pulev. So that's what I'm saying. Sebastian, I'm gonna watch his next fight, just like I'm gonna watch modeling Thulani as. Now I know why he lost. He too busy on IG being a model. He get too many sponsored posts. I promise you, everything is a sponsored post about clothing or some shit. It's like he get too much money.
Hard
South
to get
Africa got him doing good on the IG.
Hard to get him in train when you sleeping in silk
Silk
sheets.
sheets, man. Every post is sponsored, bro.
He been a star. He might need to show Terrence Crawford how to be a better star. No, ain't the money. Go and get that fire popping, big dog. But yeah, man, I understand where you're coming from. I see your points, but again, dance partner, I don't think they're ready yet for Tank. I think maybe one more fight against a tough opponent.
So I got you. One more fight. Obviously, they've been building it up since Cinco de Mayo. Jojo Joseph Diaz versus Tevin Farmer. That's a tough fight for Farmer. He should be able to win. We got the comparison now with Gary Russell, who beat.
And Joseph did have some success in that fight against Gary. Not overly accessible, but he did win some rounds in that fight against Gary, and really showed that he's tough. You know what I'm saying? He fought back and wasn't like he was backing down to Gary or anything like that.
So, it'll give us a common opponent, man. He could do the Jojo Diaz fight, which opens him up to the Mexican market, and he'll get some fans, and then Tank does the same thing equally. He takes one of the other 4 options, which will probably be Gamboa to ensure the win for the pay-per-view moving forward. I don't think he'll get as much buzz off Gamboa. I mean, I'm sure us hardcores will build it up as a big fight, but I think a Mares or a Leo Santa Cruz fight will get more buzz and name recognition for him. But that's my final thoughts. Anything you got before we go out to these phone lines?
No, sir. I'm pretty much said everything I need to say. Hopefully they move Tank to right and not really try to force the pay-per-view. And after the next fight with a Gary Russell or a Leo Santa Cruz, then maybe the Tevin Farmer pay-per-view will be a little bit bigger.
All right.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Going out to Pound for Pound. R&V, talk to me.
What's up, Wilden? Yeah, 2 things I wanted to say.
Ignore that.
And Mike should have that fight at Atlanta for the first time. That'll bring a lot of buzz to, he's real big in the hip hop world. And another thing is the cast was doing about Gervonta because his girlfriend, my chick.
That is true.
Mom's asked about his fight because of his girlfriend. So yeah, he known for the casual. So.
Who's his girlfriend?
Aria. She's a G Herbo girl.
Yeah.
That's where he got a lot of followers from. And he always on the blacks, what's that called?
Room and
Shade Room and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, he didn't took the Gervonta. I mean, he didn't took the Adrian Broner route. He on world every time he knocks him out, he on world. So, yep, I'm gonna holler.
So hold up. So you wouldn't mind if the next fight is Farmer on pay-per-view?
I think Mayweather used it as a negotiation tactic because he'll entice Devin Farmer to probably sign the Showtime because the zone can't offer a pay-per-view. So it might be a negotiation tag to get Tevin Farmer over there with them.
All right, but outside of that, do you think that fight is next on pay-per-view, and do you mind
I mean, if we charging for Crawford and Khan, then yeah, hell yeah. I mean, he set the bar. You know, you got to start from the bottom and get to the top.
And as a boxing fan, are you okay with that? Like, do you like Tank enough to support his first pay-per-view, or do you think this is not a competitive enough fight to be pay-per-view?
I think to support Tank, then maybe, yeah.
All right.
Because, yeah. I mean, if we pay for AV, then we got to pay for Tank.
I hear you. All right, so this is what I'm asking you guys, man. We want to know, do you agree with Mayweather? Is Tevin Farmer versus Gervonta Davis a pay-per-view if it happens next? That's what I want to know. I want you to come in, Mike, Ness. You know what? If they do this shit, I ain't supporting it. If they do this, I am supporting it. I'm buying this pay-per-view. It's a fight we wanted. Fuck it. They finally giving it to us. I don't mind paying for it. I want to know what you guys think about this fight. All right? So we're going to go out to masterminds, pound for pounds, boomerangs, ringers, then the rest of the world. All right, so who we got on the lines? A lot of you guys too, man. Shout out to everybody.
Bring him out, Gervonta Davis.
Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Let me see. We got Mastermind. Big Supermax, talk to me.
What up, Joseph?
What up, Mike? What up, Ness? At this point, I can see this being a pay-per-view co-main on the undercard of Maypac 2. But as far as carrying itself, it's not something I would really look forward to. If this pay-per-view is the kind of fight I'd watch at a bar if they show it. At this point, I think Tank's developing a big name. I just don't think he's pay-per-view just yet. So I wouldn't want it to be.
It's Leo pay-per-view.
But I'm a hard... Is what?
It's Leo Santa Cruz pay-per-view.
Well, let him be direct.
No, I don't think that's wait, either.
So you're not paying for Gervonta Farmer if it's next?
Not next. No, not yet.
Okay, and you wouldn't pay for Farmer, Mares, or Leo on pay-per-view either?
Tank not yet. He's not. I don't think he's at a pay-per-view level just yet. He's getting there, and he has potential to get there, but not quite yet.
But what did Earl Spence do to become pay-per-view level? I mean, it was just dance partner for Earl. We were intrigued by the matchup. I don't get, like, what does Tank gotta do, Mike? Like, what does that mean? He's not there yet. What did Earl do?
Tank versus Loma pay-per-view. If you want to make him right away with a big dance partner, you got to put him in with Loma.
I agree with that.
But let me get a shout out to
That's at 1:30. We going out to Mastermind. We going out to Boomerang.
BoxingVoice.com.
It's money to shit. Working that wrist. Ballin' like Swish. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work.
Hey yo, what's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. Dazn, the Boxing Voice 2019 Rookie of the Year, and we talking about Tevin Farmer versus Tank Davis. Eddie Hearn made an offer a long time ago, $5 million, $6 million to Gervonta Davis to fight Tevin Farmer on Dazn. That's more money than he will get on pay-per-view. So Tank Davis need to get his fat ass on Dazn and fight Tevin Farmer. Tank Davis, who can't make weight, who been stripped for a title, the next Adrian Broner. And we all know Devin Haney already beat his ass. The Boxing Voice already put it out there. Yeah, we in here, man. Tank Davis, get your fat ass on Dazn and fight and make some money. You fucking bum. We in here.
Damn, H Money. Bum. You gonna have to get in that ring for real, bum. Sheesh, my man knocking dudes into like next week, calling them a bum.
Mr. Dazn, nigga. They don't fuck around over there, bro. If you with them, you're not.
I see, but we gotta have you know, when we got Dazn, we gotta have balance.
Boxing.
Oops, wrong one, right?
BoxingVoice.com.
It's money to shit.
Oh, Nah.
Yeah, H Money is shit.
Nah, I said balance though.
Oh, I know.
Mr. PPC, baby.
Last time I checked, I was the man on these streets. They call me residue. I leave.
Yo, what's good? Hey, yo, the last callers, man, come on, dude. Last time I checked, wasn't Gervonta Davis on the undercard of a big-ass fight with Floyd? Last time I checked, wasn't Tevin making less money? Like, last time I checked, isn't Gervonta Davis always on, every single YouTube channel? Last time I checked, he's kicking it with motherfucking rappers and shit. Last time I checked, come on, man. Gervonta Tank Davis is going to get pay-per-view, and he's going to do bigger numbers. And Tevin Farmer is going to get a bigger payday, losing to Gervonta Tank Davis. Come on, man. You guys got to be smarter than this.
So you don't mind. So you don't mind if Farmer.
I don't mind.
You like the fight.
It's a good step-up fight. Tevin Farmer's a good step-up fight for Lomachenko.
On pay-per-view.
Tevin Farmer needs to get out the way. Yes.
Okay.
I don't mind. Because
what's your recommended?
Shit,
what's your recommended suggested price? What you think they should price it at?
It's the same price they Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan.
Oh wow, we gonna do 78 for that shit?
Yeah.
Yo, why we can't ever get back down to them $59 days, man?
Hey man, those are old. Like, let's be real. And I think, come on, now, he got Floyd, on his name when he's talking. That's his promoter. Come on, man, this is a big fight, and Tevin Farmer needs to get big bread. He needs to be somewhat bigger than just a Dazn fighter.
Decatur, Georgia, lids low. Ringer, talk to me.
What's happening, fellas? Shout out to the homie Baldy for the ringer. I'm down with the fight and for pay-per-view. Yes. Reason why? Cause they've been going there. I've been waiting for this fight. They would have been and got this shit over with. But for the casuals, just cause it's a grudge match type situation, they gonna they gonna flock to it. You know what I'm saying? They just want to see Tank knock a motherfucker out. So I say it's a go. I like it all the way around myself. And he did get the go from Money to go ahead and call out Tevin. I don't know if Money was just waiting to see a certain thing in Gervonta before he let him fight. Because, Ellaby was very vocal about not letting Tevin fight, them fight. Because they, made this whole, making it bigger than the fighters. They turned into Dazn and Mayweather promotion shit. You know what I'm saying? So now that they say let's go, let's go next. And after that, I say Leo Santa Cruz.
All right, Liz Low, thanks for calling in. Let's see, we got Texas in the building.
BoxingVoice.com.
You invited him to the ring? Why?
Yo le invité a que subiera. Como decimos en México, hay que dejarnos de mamadas. ¡Viva México!
And like we say in Mexico, we don't fuck around. BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, what up, TVV?
Machine Gun, what it do?
Yo, what it do? Yo, for Gervonta Tevin Farmer, I don't like that as Gervonta's first pay-per-view fight, man. I feel like you got to build him up right, kind of like how you brought up earlier. It's the right dance partner, which means you got to sell to the right demographic, and ain't nothing gonna sell out a pay-per-view better than put him in there with Leo or put him in there with Abner, just because Mexicans will flock to support their people, man, but. Gervonta on pay-per-view, I would say maybe another fight on Showtime. Maybe have him put a big crowd outside of Baltimore, man. But maybe Leo, but I don't know about Tevin, man. And then Tevin seemed like he wasn't even interested in the Gervonta's fight after his fight, man. But I think that was just because of the crowd, man. But that's my call.
Matt, thanks for calling in. You know what? Everybody keeps saying another fight, Mike. I think that it's like they got to get him off of Showtime. Get him off of Showtime. Put him on Fox. Everybody else getting that Fox viewership. You still got my man on Showtime doing shit numbers. Like, boxing ain't even alive on Showtime. That shit ain't popping on Showtime no more, man.
And I gotta keep Showtime happy, so you can't put all your fighters on fucking Fox.
Yeah, but you gotta rotate. This way Tank gets some of that, some of that love.
Many was on Showtime that he went to Fox, so yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man. And look, and now, man, he ain't going back. He's still on Fox, right? Because what was the Broner? Broner was Fox pay-per-view, and now this is another Fox pay-per-view, right?
Broner was Showtime pay-per-view.
Ooh, look at Manny. Look at Manny.
I thought Broner was Showtime pay-per-view. They did like 400,000.
Damn, that was Showtime?
I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. Help me out, people in the chat. Let me know.
Yes, I did see Tevin Farmer's reaction to people booing him and demanding him to step up. He said he's trying to get home to his family, which is true, man. Look, he got that skill. We love Pernell for it. We love others, for their defense. Floyd. So, like, he just got to keep doing what he's doing. And the hate is going to turn into love. The more you win, the more people, back you. Let me get out to Baltimore. Troy, talk to me.
Yes, sir. This fight, there's no need to wait for anything. This fight, if it happens between Tevin and Tank, it's fine. You can put it on pay-per-view. Philly's only 90 minutes away from Baltimore. Those who don't come from Philly, they're going to support Farmer by paying for the fight. The same thing in Baltimore.
Now, you think it's going to happen in Baltimore?
Yeah.
I mean, being a pay-per-view.
Of course it's going to happen in Baltimore.
I mean, relax, champ.
Of course it is.
Relax. Listen, being a pay-per-view, it may go to Las Vegas. That's common.
No, sir. No, sir, because I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to build him up in his own home on purpose, because he did, 12? I don't even know numbers like that, but I think he did 12,000.
15, they said.
13.
15, and
they hold 14,000. Where?
They say he did 15 because he even has stand-up tickets, champ. Stop hating on him.
Okay. Oh, I'm not hating on him. What I'm trying to tell you is the seating capacity. Listen to me. I'm going on the fact that the seating capacity of the center is 14,000.
Oh, you a fireman now.
That's what I'm
going
going on.
Ex-fireman and shit. You know the capacity of buildings off the top of your
I got
head.
online and read it, man. Stop it. Just stop with the nonsense. I simply got online and read with
Hey, Mike, he wants us to believe he ain't a hater, but yeah, he Googling the capacity of the arena. You hear this shit? Just to refute the ticket sales. I mean, damn.
I'm not trying to refute any ticket sales. I was just curious of the ticket of the seating capacity. That's all I was doing. I don't know. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm on board with you, but like I didn't disagree with anything you said. To be honest with you.
All right, we're going out.
The fight does happen on the East Coast, not Vegas.
Oh, you think East Coast?
Yeah, I think. But hell, nigga, you gotta understand those guys are from East Coast.
I hear you, but boxing ain't like that, right? Like, look, Big Baby's first fight on Dazn was in Chicago. Like, boxing doesn't work the right way. It never does. Deontay Wilder's first pay-per-view, motherfucker, that shit should have been in Atlanta. Okay? It was in Los Angeles. Shit makes no sense. Boxing, look, they hated on Crawford. My man does 12, 13, 14,000 in Nebraska. They hate on him. Andre Ward, same thing, sell out in Oakland. They hate on him. No, he always wants hometown advantage. Meanwhile, a Brit could sell out his home all day and be praised for it. Ward was forced to leave the Oracle. Force. No, it's unfair. He gets hometown advantage. It's not fair. Come on, dog. Like, it's never good enough. Like, people be hating. And that's what it is. Why are you Googling the capacity in the seating? Like, dog, the press release says 15,000. If they want to lie, let them lie. You over here Googling, calling up his fire buddies and shit. Brandon in Cincinnati, talk to me. Fire Marshal Cincinnati, what up?
He said he called up his fire marshal buddies. He said he called up his fire marshal buddies. That was funny. I
never heard. I'm telling you, bro, crazy, man.
Nah, but man, if they put this shit on pay-per-view, I'm buying it. I've been wanting to see this fight forever. Outside of like Wilder, Joshua, Crawford, Spence, this is like the top 3 matchups that I've been wanting to see. That build up to that fight would be fucking gangster as fuck, because these dudes don't like each other. They gonna be talking that cash street shit to one another. You gonna have Baltimore street niggas, Philly street niggas and with beards.
They camps gonna get in it too.
Yeah, you got niggas looking like Freeway, and you gonna have a bunch of niggas looking like Freeway and Benny Siegel in the crowd ready to scrap. That shit crazy, bro.
For real.
That shit gonna be
it's
crazy.
Gonna look like a state property movie.
Yeah, it's gonna like state prop, bro. That shit'd be crazy. And then Styles make fights. You got to come for it. Combination power puncher and Tank. Got the elusive, slick guy and Tevin. So Styles make fights. I would buy that shit ASAP. But do I think it's gonna happen next? I don't think so. I think Lou was saying like he want to show some loyalty to the zone. Give him one more fight. He gonna give him that JoJo Diaz fight, basically to thank him for all the shit they did for Tevin. Then probably look into that pay-per-view. So in the meantime, have Tevin fight JoJo, Tank fight Gamboa, then start building that shit up from there probably for May of next year.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Fighting JoJo, but is that a main event or is that a co-main?
I can't go because I can't talk on the phone, please.
Nah, the Tank Tevin versus JoJo, that's a main event. That's a main event fight. That's my call, y'all, man. Y'all take it easy.
I thanks for your call, big dog. Go back out to our boomeranger Joseph in Texas.
Oh, he got tired of waiting. He told me, he was like, yo, come back to me after everybody. I guess he like, fuck that.
They say he just sent me a text boomerang.
Nah, somebody triggered him. He ready. Where you at? Joseph, talk to me.
No, it ain't that, man. I got to stop and get a delivery, so I want to get my call off before I do this delivery. I just want to give a shout-out to Team Texas, a.k.a. the Four Horsemen of Border Wars. Shout out to Marvin, Chris, Matt, also Eric Cruz, even though he ain't be joining this time. And we're gonna be profiling, baby. We're gonna be out there looking good, coming for the gold. I'm gonna be like Ric Flair, styling, profiling, and I'm coming for next to give heavyweight title. Woo! That's my call.
Joseph, thanks for calling in. We got a new caller in the BX 646. Who's this?
Yo.
646 963. BX. Bad service.
Yo, you hear me?
We hear you now. Who's this?
This gone in 60 seconds. I'm from Brooklyn, actually.
Okay, talk to me.
I don't think Tank ready for pay-per-view just yet. I think he need about probably 1 or 2 more fights against some credible names first, and then he could get into pay-per-view. Because I don't think a Farmer fight is a worthy pay-per-view fight. I think his options is Leah Santa Cruz or probably a Gary Russell. That's my call.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in. Let me see who we got. New Money. Skype, talk to me.
What's going on, New Money?
Money. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Money on top of money. What's going on, Ness? What's going on, Mike, man? Shout out the boy H Money and the boy. Shout out the boy H Money and the boy Smart Money.
Oh, money game.
My opinion, personally, I think definitely Tank and Tevin can definitely fill out the stadium. In regards to good pay-per-view numbers, I don't really think it would do good pay-per-view numbers. I think Tank needs someone like Leo Santa Cruz. You know, black and Mexican fighters always do very good numbers when they're against each other. So I think that would be very good numbers. But I think it's a good stepping stone towards like being a big pay-per-view star. I've got Tank stopping Tevin in about 6, 7, or 8, to be honest with you.
Well, all right, Smart Money. Hey, Mike, that is important, right? Obviously, Mayweather's his promoter, and he knows his own blueprint. Why would he do first pay-per-view African-American when, you know, he's so big on making sure it's black versus Latino?
Or you want the political answer?
What?
So do you want the real answer or you want the political answer?
Of course I want the real answer. Am I on a fake show?
I mean, in my opinion, I've already said this. I don't think Floyd wants to see anybody do better than him. That's just my personal opinion.
All right.
And go back out to H Money.
H, Boomerang.
Yo, what's good? What's good? Man, shout out to the boy, New Money in the UK, man. You know how we do it, man. Pulling up in foreigns and shit. Balling like Jordan, you dig? But guess what next, man? I just want to talk about Tank Davis. Like, you always tell me Demetrius Andrade, who he fighting, he a 3-time world champion. But who Tank fight? I mean, beating up Goods and Pedraza, he's still living off that. I mean, come on, man. What have you done for me lately? No, what have you done for me lately?
At
You know what I'm
least
saying?
you
This is
know. At
America.
least you know who he won a title from. You don't know who Andrade won a title
we are.
from.
Matrosian. Who beat? Who fought against Triple G and Canelo? That's common opponent.
He ain't win no belt from Vanez. He might have
That
fought for a
was. He was
vacant. He might have
undefeated.
fought for a
It was
vacant. For a
the
vacant.
WBO.
Yeah,
For
for a vacant.
WBO, I'm just saying he one of the best fighters. He should get some credit too. But we all know Tank ain't ready for no fucking pay-per-view. He just started doing main events. He's fighting bums until he fight Devin Haney. What's up with that? What's up with that smoke? Devin Haney versus Tank. Speak on it. What's up with it? We want it. What's up? He ducking Haney.
Tell
He
Haney
ducking
move
Haney.
up. Tell Haney move up.
Tell
Tell Haney move up.
Crush him. Haney a crusher.
Tell Haney move down.
He already beat him. That's old news. Haney smashed him. Yeah, listen, we here. The next Floyd Mayweather. Lomachenko next. Devin Haney, the best. We in here.
What he counting? Amateur wins? What you talking about? He smashing? You calling sparring?
No. You ain't never watched the.
We counting sparring matches?
Yeah. You watched the interview with Floyd Mayweather Senior. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he let it be known.
I ain't going off of sparring matches,
I'm just reiterating what people say and the people value Mr. Senior's opinion. So that's what happened. He said when
going off no sparring matches, man.
What he said when Tevin got in there with Haney, shit, Haney did his thing,
bruh. And tomorrow it could have been Tank that did his thing. It's sparring. I'm going out the mastermind in the Nolia. Talk to me, NL.
What up, been old nigga? Long time, homie. Long time. Fuck you been at?
What's happening, bro? Check this out. You heard me? Dog, I be telling Edge Money about that, bro. We can't be jumping on these fighters like that, bro, until they fight somebody, dog. I'm with the eye test and all that. Don't get me wrong. I'm with it, you heard me? Once we see a diamond in the rough, can't nobody really tell you no different, you know what I'm saying? That's how Ness was, bro. When Keith Thurman was 2-0, he was hotter than the next Mayweather and shit. I don't rock like that, dog. You gotta really beat somebody, and then that'll let me know, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? That you the truth or not. So when these young cats, dog, when they finally scrap somebody who I know can fight, and they do it in impressive fashion, man, look, man. I'm playing out the whole roadway for you, you hear me? I'm gonna take the big red, I'm gonna lock off the hammerland for you. You dig? Let you get on through that motherfucker. But until then, dog, I can't just jump on board like that. You know what I'm saying, Mike, dog?
So are you saying you not buying this pay-per-view?
No, I ain't say that. I ain't say that. Now, is he ready for pay-per-view? Now, hold on, what's the question? Is it about me or is he? Are we talking about is this dude really ready?
The question is, if Mayweather puts Tank and Farmer on pay-per-view, do you buy it?
For 75 or 50?
No. People saying the normal price is the normal price.
Who else? They got to give me somebody on the undercard, Ness. Give me somebody. If they give me somebody on the undercard, I'm buying.
You know that ain't how it work, man. You know that ain't how it work. They give you the main event and they build the undercard later. So you got to be on board or not.
Not gonna do it like that. Look how they been doing the past pay-per-views. Like I'm talking about with fighters like Tank.
Yeah,
they gonna have somebody else
but the
on
past
there,
pay-per-views they announced it all late. We got the card for Thurman Pacquiao late. But man, I done gave you cut it. Still got your boomerang, but you got a whole hell of a lot of time there. And you didn't answer my question, right? He still ain't tell us what he bought a pay-per-view. We going out to Smart Money.
What up, Mike? What up, Ness?
What up, brother? What's going on?
Can you hear me? I'm a bit disturbed because I'm playing UFC at the same time, but yeah. If
I
Tevin
bet you
Farmer
gonna
and
get your
Gervonta
ass
Davis
for 20.
fight,
I bet you getting
I
your ass
would
for
pay
30
for
now.
it.
Who you fighting with?
I'm fighting with Nate Diaz.
Okay, you might be winning.
But yeah, I will pay for it. I like that fight, and it will show me if Gervonta Davis can beat Lomachenko, what it would do against Lomachenko. So yeah, it's a good fight. But I ain't been impressed with the people Gervonta Davis been fighting, but I like him as a fighter. But yeah, before I go, let me just big up H Money and New Money. Safe for that. Peace.
Smart money. Rocking out with us. We going in with Keem. Talk to me.
Ooh, give me 1 second to get you on Bluetooth, bro. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Yep,
Yes,
loud and clear,
sir.
big dog. Loud and clear. Go ahead.
I can't hear nothing.
We
Yo, you all
hear
right?
you.
You there?
Hello? Y'all hear
We
me?
hear you.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
All right, cool. All right. What it do? Hey, I will buy this pay-per-view if they put it on pay-per-view. I think it would be a good fight, and from a business standpoint, I think the fight will sell. They're gonna sell it. They really don't like each other. They'll definitely. I feel like there'll be a lot of little viral clips. You know what I mean? A lot of shit that'll go on during these press conferences and things like that. That'll be able to, get spread around social media and make that fight big enough to where people will want to watch it. I do think Davis has the casual fan like locked in, but in a certain culture, in a certain age group, because he's around a lot of hip hop artists and football players and who his girl is, and he's got that type of audience, around him. And then I also think that I think it'll be a good fight for him for his first pay per view because I'm a Tevin Farmer fan. I love his story. I like to watch him fight, but I don't think he can beat Tank. And I think that putting him as Tank's first opponent would be great for Tank because he'll knock him out. So he'll get another highlight reel knockout against another champ, get the unified. You know what I mean? The story will sell, and it'll be a good show, almost like a showcase for Tank. You know what I mean? Not that he's just gonna walk through Tevin, but I think he'll get a big explosive knockout. I think that one hit from Davis puts Tevin out where it'll take Tevin 100. You know what I mean? Almost Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury ish, where Wilder just got to catch him once and it's a wrap. And I think that's what would happen here. So I think it'll sell. To do good numbers. I think it'll be a great showcase for Tank. I think just all around the board, it's perfect for him in his first pay-per-view. And after he, gets the win and he gets that knockout, every fight after this is huge for him. He's got so many options, so many big names, Leo Santa Cruz and Gary Russell, and he's got so many other big fights lined up, and they would all be on pay-per-view.
Yo, Keem, thanks for calling in. We're going out to 804-641. First time caller, 804-641.
That's Carolina.
I don't know.
804. What up? What up? What up? Talk to me.
Carolina, yep. 804-641. Hello.
You big dog. You off mute. I can hear you.
Hello, sir. Or ma'am.
Once.
804.
One twice.
804.
Swing better. You're out. Next caller.
Let's go out to Baltimore.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
J Hardcore Boxing. They don't know shit about boxing. Boxingboys.com. Okay.
Ooh, what up there, fellas? How's everything going?
What up?
What up, Jay?
I can't complain, man. Believe it or not, man, I think that this fight will do pretty good on pay-per-view. And the only reason why I think so is because of the demographics, man. I feel though that those YouTubers and all that type of stuff is going to jump on this particular fight, man, because Tank is known very well with the young folks. And people were saying that all his followers come from his girlfriend, but he had 1 million followers before he even met her. So, I mean, she added a cherry on the top.
Better thank Drake.
She put the cherry on the top for sure. But I feel though that I'd be truthfully honest, and I hate to say it, but I think they'd do 200,000 or 300,000. And I know Ness probably about cringing at that point with me saying that. But I say though, it's just like when those two fighters fought on YouTube.
You know
What's
what,
that?
man? Earl made me not be pessimistic.
Made you a believer?
He made me not be pessimistic. You just
yeah.
never know, especially with Tank doing 15,000 in his hometown. I'm like, whoa. Versus Nunez, I'm like,
Yo,
whoa.
that was yo. I was there, man. It was crazy too, man. I was thoroughly impressed with that crowd, man. And they were serious, man. It reminded me when Robert Easter came here to where was that? Reading, Pennsylvania, and how they stacked that arena. The energy was just crazy there for sure. Now, will I buy that fight? Woo! I'm like, man, they're gonna have to really give me a good undercard for that particular one. If not, man, I'm gonna cut it all the way.
Cut it.
Going out to R&V Boomerang.
Yeah. You could put AB on the undercard. Just putting his name out there, be wild.
I doubt he'll be on the undercard, man. He a main eventer.
For his man, he'll do it though.
My nigga said put AB on the undercard. Boy, you out your fucking mind.
It's too much money, man. AB get paid too much. You gonna blow the card.
Yeah, main event.
Oh, what about Robert Easter?
Yeah, you can do Robert Easter.
I can see that.
Right. So I don't think y'all realize how big Tank. I mean, when my girl mom was like, don't Ari your boyfriend fight this weekend? I was like, bro, that's when I knew he crossed over to the other side. She don't never ask me about another fight other than Wilder and maybe like McGregor or something like that. But yeah, Tank is way bigger than what you think. It's easily 300,000, and they gonna talk mad shit, and that shit all gonna be all on social media. Them boys gonna talk mad shit to each other. Special story with him getting shot in the head on ESPN running, man. That's gonna be crazy.
All right, NO Boomerang.
Yeah, and that's like I was saying, like, dog, like they get that undercard together, bro. They can get to 75, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once they straighten all that shit out, you hear me? But yeah, I buy the fight, dude. Next, I buy that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because it this fight gonna really mean something. It's the unifying the division. You only could go up from here. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
so
but the Zone just gave us a unification for free, man.
Yeah, but that thing about it though, Hook and Ramirez, bro. See, I don't. To be honest, I don't really know Ramirez star power like that. But these two guys,
I tell you, his star power. He been doing 15,000 in his hometown on the reg. Save Marcena gets blown out every time. It don't matter who he fight. He could fight a can. 15,000 tickets.
But that shit don't count. Let's be honest. That shit don't count. Cause the zone getting you everything for But no, they charge you by the month, so that's not free either. Fuck.
Yeah, but $10, man. The $10 is the same shit you pay for the fucking for Showtime and HBO.
Well, yeah. Well, it's a little cheap. We're gonna put it like that.
Fuck, it is cheaper. You're right. If you pay $100 for DAZN for the year, you paying $8, which Showtime is 10 plus tax.
How many good fights you getting for that $100?
I mean, they doing better than Showtime. I'm just being honest. Showtime ain't give us shit this year. What they gave us? Charlo Adams and Gervonta Nunez, man. and they gave us a pay-per-view.
We about to get another fight with Wilder. We about to double down with Wilder.
Tell Wilder give me a date in the venue.
Man, that's coming. So you telling me Wilder ain't gonna fight the rest of this year? That's what you telling me, right?
Bomb Squad!
Oh, come on, next, man. Hey, look, I want to say one more thing.
Hey, we ain't got no announcement.
To this day. To this day. To this day.
Man, that's what the propaganda today. But check this out, though. Ness, I'm going to print this out before I go. Say, bro, I'm the only one that knows that little chick that Tank fucking with right now, bro. You seen her and her whole crew? Man, somebody better go save Tank, man. Whoever his big dog is, they got to get rid of them motherfuckers, man. Say, bro. Tank making way easy now because they sucking his ass dry, man. I don't know. Say, Ness, you ain't got to comment on the shit because y'all be out there in the field and all that. But say, dog, we ain't looking good, man.
Man, Tank, get out of there.
know her.
Get out of there while you still can, bro.
Mike, the one know her. Mike, what do you even mean by that, man? Break it down for me. That's too down south for me.
I mean, she done had some hiccups with G Herbo.
So like, okay, I guess I think I know what he's talking about. All right, we going out to Dark Side.
What up, Dark Side? They just call me Dark Side.
What up, PPV? What up? Hey, so it's a good fight. It's a real good fight, man. I think it's a good fight just based on merit. It's best fighting best. But the reason it's gonna do good is because everybody in boxing is still obsessed with Mayweather's old ass. So Mayweather gonna prance around. People gonna be asking questions. Who you gonna fight next? You gonna fight? And just based off that, not even based on the merits of the two fighters, a Farmer and Davis, it's probably gonna sell at least 200, 300,000. Just because everybody always mentioned Mayweather, even though he retired. He said he retired, not coming back.
If Tank do 300,000 with Farmer, he a star. He a star. I mean, we talking about Earl doing 400,000 or leave it to Mike. What he did 360, bruh.
The reports came out as don't leave it to Mike, nigga. Leave it to the boxing scene, ESPN.
I'm just saying. I go with Coppinger.
I see what you trying to do right there. I see how you try to paint me. You know what I'm saying?
I go with Coppinger. You the only one that go with the other reports. We go with the 400. You like to go with the 360.
I'm just going out with the accurate, bro. My bad for doing my due diligence.
Why is Coppinger not accurate?
Say what now?
Why is Coppinger not accurate?
Because when I looked at it, it came on the screen as ESPN, CBS Sports, and a boxing scene. So I just went with those three that kept on saying 360. My bad for doing my due diligence as a.
But I'm saying, didn't Coppinger report 400?
Okay.
And how many stories do we report on from Coppinger?
I mean, we report on tweets from Coppinger. I don't know how many stories.
All the time, right?
Yeah, we do on it. But sometimes they come out and he had to retract sometimes too.
So he retracted the 400?
I'm not saying that he did, but it was a story.
And again, so I'm just asking, if we use him so frequently, why you choose not to use him for that?
That's a question. Why are you banging the drum for like 400 when you told us said we was gonna do like 50,000? Why should it matter to you?
I'm banging the drum for the 400 because why are we reporting the low number?
We're not reporting the low number. We're reporting the number that is out there with these publications, as far as ESPN, which is a big sports publication.
I mean, ESPN is big, but Athletic is breaking more news.
Scene, which is the #1 boxing, in my opinion, website in the world.
It is, but the Athletic is breaking more news.
Athletic is breaking more news than boxing scene?
Especially when it comes to PBC. He got the in. Somehow he got the in.
And that's maybe even worse. And you work with PBC, so you give him a little bump.
Oh, so that's what you running with now.
It could be.
Now you saying Coppinger bumped it up. Oh my God. Oh man. You going off over the top this time.
That's more reported than the.
You cutting out.
I said I'm going with the 360 is more reported than the 400,000.
Yeah, man, I hear you, man. I'm gonna go out to Ricky in Florida. What up, Rick?
Ricky!
Yeah, man, I just called in and say, man, I'm going with Yard, man. I think y'all. Give me 1 second.
Talk that shit,
I think
y'all
baby. Sleeping on Yard. Yeah, man, I think y'all sleeping on Yard, man. I think he got good footwork. I'm putting 100 on him, man.
Yeah.
I think Kovalev a little over the hill.
Yeah.
I think y'all got good footwork. I like his swag. I like the way he's moving. I like the hand. Hey, man, I like the pad work. I like all that shit, man. Fuck what Ward talking in. When we finish with Kovalev, tell Ward to get his old ass out of retirement. You feel me? I'm with Yard, man. I got 100 on it. Now, put your money down, Yard. Put your money down.
Too far,
man, we ain't worried about Ward either, man. Like Tunde said, man, Ward ain't got the skill set, man. Ward ain't got the skill set. But anyway, man, I'm putting 100 on Yard. Everybody put your money down because Kovalev going down. I'm out, man.
Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch me on Patreon right now for episode of Untitled. Peace.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312.
Oh shit, wait. I think we got some super chats we gotta get to.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was trying to pull them up.
We got Matt Garcia. Shout out to Dollar DiBiase for the intro. Hashtag MMG on TBV. You pulled it up, Mike? You sleeping over there?
What it do, TBV family? This your boy Dollar. If you want a beat like you heard on the show, hit me up on Instagram at Dollar DiBiase. That's DOLLA_DIBIASE. Let's get it.
Yo, last one from Edward Santiago. Showtime slipping. If Canelo fights twice a year, DAZN worth it just with that. Truzy.
I guess. I mean, I guess you're right. Because Canelo pay-per-view is normally like $160 for the year, or a little bit more than that, maybe even $200 when it's all said and done. But if you're listening right now on YouTube, please do me a favor and go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Help with the visibility of the show. If you want to go one step farther, head over to Patreon and sign up so you guys can be a part of the Untitled show that we're about to do here in about 5 or 10 minutes. But we got a super chat from Matt Garcia. Shout out to Dollar DiBiase for the intro.
Bro, I just read both of those.
And boy, shit, we only got 2 of them.
I just read both of them. But yeah, man, we out. Peace.